Order this regular business meeting of the Council Bluffs Community School District Board of Directors. Mr. Wilson, will you call the roll, please?
Dr. Ogres?
Present.
Mr. Minshaw?
Present.
Mr. McGlade?
Present.
Mr. Kazire?
Present.
Mr. Arthur?
Here.
Here.
And Mr. LaFleur.
Present. Next, please join me in a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we have approval of our agenda. Is there a motion?
Move approval of our agenda as presented.
Second.
Thank you. A motion and a second. Any discussion? No discussion. We have approval of our agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion carries. Now we have approval of our minutes from the work session and workshop meetings of February 9th, 2021. Is there a motion?
I'll move approval of the minutes from the work session and workshop meeting from February 9th, 2021.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And the motion to approve our minutes has passed. Now we have public participation. This is an opportunity for members of the public to address the board regarding agenda items or other matters of concern. Are there any members of the public that would like to address the board at this time? Seeing no movement, we will move on to the superintendent's report. Dr. Merlo.
Thank you, Mr. LaFrola. At this time, we will have our staff, and this evening we have student recognitions, and I'm going to ask Ms. Ostrowski to please join me at the podium. Pretty excited about this evening, and can't wait.
Good evening.
Yeah, there we go.
Good evening.
Okay, we have two reasons to celebrate tonight, and because we've got a really rowdy group here tonight, we're going to finish both of them before we take a series of pictures because we want to commemorate these honors for all folks involved. First of all, I would love to introduce you to our January Employees of the Month. This program of recognition is sponsored by our Council Bluffs Schools Foundation, and we're grateful for their support, both in a trophy for the recipients as well as a gift card to a local restaurant. They can go out and have a good evening and celebrate their own success, we hope. Our January 2021 Support Staff Member of the Month is Michelle Martin, Library Clerk at Lewis and Clark Elementary. Michelle, would you join Dr. Merlo up front? I'm going to read just a little bit about what her nominators said. Michelle has a great attitude and knows every student in the building. I enjoy having her for a coworker. She makes sure our jobs are easier to do. She's willing to help out any student, staff, or family at the drop of a hat, regardless if it's in the library or not. She takes initiative to do what's best for students and is kind to everyone. Our students are certainly lucky to have Mrs. Martin, or Mrs. Marshmallow as the preschoolers call her, at College View. Congratulations, Michelle. And thank you to Mrs. Hamilton, for the principal at Lewis and Clark, for joining Michelle this evening. Our licensed staff member of the month is Lara Blair. She's our behavior support program teacher at Lewis and Clark Elementary. Excuse me, yeah, at College View. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Wait, did I? Oh, I got them all mixed up, didn't I? Okay. All right. Mrs. Marshmallow's at College View. I am so sorry, Mrs. Martin. All right. Lara, she is a phenomenal teacher who lives and breathes education. She knows her students' needs inside and out. She plans for every possible outcome and believes in and sets high expectations for all students. This includes developing and implementing behavior plans for students to successfully learn with their peers. Lara genuinely wants each child to be her best, his best self, and will ensure she is doing what is needed to make that happen. This is evident when you walk into her classroom and witness the strong relationships she has with her students. Congratulations, Lara. And we're glad that both principals, Amy Gleim and Teresa Hamilton, are here tonight to celebrate their peers. Yep. You're not going to need to do it. Okay, good. I'll let Dr. Murillo make her way back to the table here. You may recall that the Council Bluffs Community School District applied for and received a special award on behalf of our community. The 2020 Best Communities for Music Education, sponsored by the National Association of Music Merchants Foundation, was awarded last spring. Tonight, we are taking a few moments to celebrate this designation with some of our music instructors and with you. Mrs. Michaela Hill, our Fine Arts Curriculum Specialist, was instrumental in compiling information for the award and including all the opportunities our students have thanks to the investment we have in music programming in our schools. She has invited representatives of Schmidt Music to this meeting who are members of the National Association of Music Merchants. And I am going to ask Doug Schmidt, who's the Vice President of Schmidt Music, to join me at the podium, and I'm going to turn over the mic to him for a few words and some presentations. Mr. Schmidt? And as you do that, this is really special. Joni Ernst, our United States Senator from Iowa, wrote a special note to Dr. Murillo. Congratulations on being recognized as the NAM Foundation as a 2020 Best Communities for Music Education. This recognition is well earned and a testament to your commitment to providing a well-rounded and quality education for all students. As a mother, I believe all children should receive an exceptional learning experience, and I'm thankful for your commitment and support of music education in our schools. Again, congratulations on this impressive award, and thank you for your dedication to providing a well-rounded education to your students. Sincerely, Joni K. Ernst, United States Senator. Mr. Schmidt?
Thank you. Well, this is one of the more fun times that I get to do in our business, and it brings me great pleasure to be here. So my name is Doug Schmidt, and I'm one of the fourth generation owners of Schmidt Music. I actually lived in Omaha in about, I think it was 1984 when we first bought Hospies Mr. Music, so I've got some roots here, and so love being back here. So I bring you warm greetings from my brother Tom and me. We represent our fourth generation of family ownership, and we also have two of our sons in the business, Ted and Pete, who represent our fifth generation. So we're very proud of that. I'd also like to recognize my Omaha crew tonight, some of it. We've got Lisa Shelton, our manager. Lisa, stand up and wave. And we've got Terry Henslick back there standing up. Now, Terry has served all of us in this room. For those of you that don't know, he was a band director here at Abraham Lincoln for years, and then I think he served as an arts coordinator for years after that. And then after he retired from that, he came and worked for us and was out on the road selling, and so it's really been a lot of fun. And I've known him for more than 20 years, and so it's great fun. Now, Terry also has his beautiful wife, Teresa, right here, so wave, Teresa. Don't mean to embarrass you. And Terry just retired, and so his new replacement is Noah Perkins. Noah, stand up and wave. So Noah will be coming out to serve your schools, it already is, and knows Mikey well, and Mikey has been very helpful in this whole process and got me this whole list, and we have some of the awards here, and so it's a real team effort. So NAM is kind of the wrong name because it actually represents the Worldwide Association of Music Merchants. So they should change the name to WHAM, okay? And this is a $17 billion global industry, so it represents all the instrument manufacturers and the retailers and the publishers and everybody involved in this industry. So it's a great big circle. And it was 22 years ago they decided to come up with this Best Communities for Music Education Award. And they teamed up with the University of Kansas, and they have a music research institute there that they will take actually they created this 54-page survey that Mikey had to fill out. that just compiles all sorts of statistical data from your district. And then they number crunch it at the Music Research Institute and come up with winners. And so out of the 14,000 districts in the United States, 754 won this year. That's about 5%. And in Schmidt Music, we service about 400 districts, and we have 20 winners, also about 5%. So I like to consider you guys in the top 5%. So isn't that cool? Let's have a round of applause for that. Yeah, it's, in our business, they call this music advocacy, when you can stand up and say, hooray, and thank you, school board, for supporting everybody so well. It's just, so, so much fun. It's a great sport, lifelong, awesome. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to read the names, and we're going to have, Mikey's going to help me, and we're going to take people up, get pictures, and let them get their moment of sun in front of the school board, if you're okay with that. So let's start out. You hand them to me. You have a system. So Brenda Copeland. Come on down. And Nam loves to get the pictures, so we got to stand, and I want to get them back, and we'll send them all off there. So, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good work in your award. Yes. Do you have the shots you want? All right. Mikey, should I just grab the next one? Yeah. Okay. Taylor Metazuski. Congratulations. Picture. Are you smiling? Okay, Elmer Ellefson. Stand in front of the pictures. You got to get that. We'll do a group one out. Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay, Heidi Kirsch. Big room. Okay, Dawn Cox. Congratulations. All the doctors, it's like in the hospital. Which one do you want? Two administrators. Okay. Okay, Teresa Hamilton. Okay. Amy Gleim. We got you. How about you? Come on. Michaela Hill, of course. Put in the old ice. This one, no? Not yet. Okay. All right, so I believe that's everything. And thank you so much. Congratulations, and keep up your great work. And thank you for your great support of our business.
Thank you.
Michaela, would you come back just for a minute and tell, how long have you been in this position? How long?
I think 5 years.
5 years?
I've worked with music on and off during that time, but with art for 5.
I mean, she does a wonderful job. And we have Michaela in the right seat. She takes care of all the art shows and adding new programs. And I'm just so thankful to have you part of our district and the work you do. You're quiet and steady. I mean, she's quiet and steady. So I just wanted to thank you for leading our district.
Thank you.
Corey said not quiet.
Do you have anything else?
Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. And that completes our report.
Thank you, and congratulations to our employees of the month and all of our music educators for this great award. Very proud to support music education in our community, in our school district, and congratulations to everyone.
Still a Schmidt customer, paying the insurance on the saxophone still every month. They are great. Every time we go out there and get it cleaned, or, I mean, they're just fantastic. Their entire staff is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, well, that brings us to our resolutions. And first, we have a first reading of policies. Is there a motion?
Yeah, I can move that the board approve this first reading of the policies. 224, policy adoption. 301, superintendent. 412, personnel complaints, grievances, and termination process. 413, appraisal of licensed personnel. 421, suspension of personnel. 429, classified employee wage and overtime compensation. 506, homeless children and youth. 519, child abuse and dependent adult abuse reporting and investigation. And 526, student driver's permit for school.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Wilson, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Arthur?
Yes.
Dr. Ogres?
Yes.
Mr. Minshaw?
Yes.
Mr. McGlade?
Yes.
Ms. Shuda?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. LaFleur?
Yes. And the motion to approve the first reading of the policies has passed. We will have a second reading here next month. Now we have a resolution to approve contract for Health Check 360 Wellness Program. Is there a motion? Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the Health Check 360 Wellness Contract. Mr. Wilson, will you call the roll, please?
Ms. Shuda?
Yes.
Mr. Minshaw?
Yes.
Dr. Ogres?
Yes.
Mr. McGlade?
Yes.
Mr. Kazire?
Yes.
Mr. Arthur?
Yes.
Mr. LaFleur?
Yes, and the motion carries. Next, we have a approval of a Google for Education Chromebook license. Is there a motion?
I can move the board approve the bid from CDW-G for the 3,000 Chromebook console licenses in the amount of $75,000.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
And any discussion on this item? We have a motion and a second. Mr. Wilson, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Arthur?
Yes.
Dr. Ogres?
Yes.
Ms. Shuda?
Yes.
Mr. Minshaw?
Yes.
Mr. McGlade?
Yes.
Mr. Kazire?
Yes.
Mr. LaFleur?
Yes, and the motion carries. And our last resolution is acceptance of a bid for the Wilson parking lot. Is there a motion?
Move to approve the bid for the parking lot installation at Wilson Middle School. Estimate of repairs are between $783,750 and $804,025.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Are we approving the?
Don't we need to,
I'm sorry?
We are
What was the question? I didn't hear.
Just approving the award of the bid.
awarding the
yeah,
bid.
awarding the bid, not the,
Carly?
Yeah, so do you want to restate that, Jill, please?
Sure. Move to approve the bid from Carly Construction of Council Bluffs, Iowa, in the amount of $677,363.50 for installation of a new parking lot at Wilson Middle School.
Second.
Thank you. Now, is there any discussion?
It's going to need it after this past week.
Yeah. So are parts of Canesville right out here.
Man, every road's horrible.
Any other discussion? Thank you for catching that on the motion.
So when we, I believe when we had the public participation, we're just like operate, we're just breaking up into one, is that correct?
Yeah, Jared, would you join me to explain a little bit? He'll do it in a much better, probably a much better terminology than I would. Yeah, there you go, Jared.
So when we came last month, it was actually two separate public hearings. We had this bid for Wilson, and we had a separate bid for a patching and repair project that was matching the same timeline. We did not actually receive any bids on that one. We had several contractors looking at it, and due to timing and a few other things, it just didn't happen. So we're currently discussing how to proceed with getting it put out there for the work in the summer. We still have plenty of time. We're ahead of schedule, so we should have time, and I would imagine I will be back at a later date to talk about that job again.
So
Was
Jared,
that College View?
yeah,
LG, Carter Lake, and
Carter-
IT.
yeah. So Jared, you'll call the contractors and see if we can get some bids?
We've already done that. We've
You
talked to
have?
them, and
Okay.
now it's just a matter of making a few tweaks and getting them back out there.
And it's not because there's anything wrong
No.
that we didn't have in the bidding process. It was just we did not receive bids.
It is correct. We just didn't receive any bids.
Is that-
So,
Is that tied just the time of year it is and trying to
Uh,
verify? I mean, because there's,
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of future damage here in the short.
There it is, and I think a lot of people are just trying to wait and see what the winter does. There was a lot of uncertainty about how long winter's gonna be going too, so one of the things we'll probably look at is adjusting the timeline a little bit further. It's good fill-in work for paving contractors, so give them more flexibility as long as we're working around school use, we should be able to make it work, so. We got some good feedback.
Thank you, Jared. Any other discussion? Mr. Wilson, will you call the roll, please?
Dr. Aldrich,
Yes.
Mr. Arthur,
Yes.
Ms. Hudak,
Yes.
Mr. Minshaw,
Yes.
Mr. McGlade,
Yes.
Mr. Kazire,
Yes.
Mr. LaFurla.
Yes, and the motion carries. Finally, we have our consent agenda, which includes consulting agreements for career and technical education and talented and gifted services. An acknowledgement of a monetary gift from the Holy Family Knights of Columbus. Approval of the corrected 2021-2022 school year calendar. And then some special education contracts, personnel report, purchasing and financial reports, and ACH and check transactions. Is there a motion?
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Mr. Wilson, will you call the roll, please?
Dr. Aldrich,
Yes.
Ms. Hudak,
Yes.
Mr. Minshaw,
Yes.
Mr. McGlade,
Yes.
Mr. Kazire,
Yes.
Mr. Arthur,
Yes.
and Mr. LaFurla.
Yes, and the motion carries. And before we adjourn, I'll just kind of mention to the public and invite board members to chime in if you'd like to. Prior to the board meeting this evening, we had a work session where we dug into some of our district-wide MAP assessment data and specifically discussed achievement gaps or other gaps between subgroups that the district is looking at, and had a really good facilitated conversation about that, as well as discussion about continuing efforts to improve equity, diversity, and inclusion in our school district, and we will continue those discussions at future work sessions. Any other comments from the board? So I guess I get the last word at this meeting. And we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.